We are in the middle of a heat wave. It is a blazingly hot day. But you know what? It's the right kind of day for our AC torture test. We've got together a bunch of compact SUVs, and over this video, we're going to tell you which ones keep their cool. We'll quickly run through how we conducted the test first. In preparation for the AC test, each car is parked under direct sunlight for 2 hours with its engine switched off and windows rolled up. Sunroof shades are kept closed, but rear window shades are rolled away. The cars are rigged with sophisticated test equipment which captures reams of data.
So this time we are using a new data logger called as EV Sense. It's a make in India data logger for 8-channel temperature sensors. So sensors are thermocouple sensors. So we are using around 5 sensors. The data logger is also equipped with the 100 GPS sensor. So it will also measure all GPS parameters like vehicle time, speed, distance, latitude, longitude.
The 5 thermocouple sensors are positioned for ambient temperature, cabin temperature, vent temperature that captures how cold the air is, front seat temperature measured near the driver's ear, and rear seat temperature measured at the rear center armrest. Getting into the cars for the actual test was like stepping into a furnace, repeatedly. To simulate a worst-case scenario, the windows were kept shut for the duration of the test. Front vents were directed at the driver's face, while the rear vents were aimed at the rear seat center occupant. Climate control was set to recirculation mode, maximum blower speed, and the lowest possible temperature. Readings were taken after idling for 1 minute, followed by 5, 10, and 15 minutes of driving over a fixed loop with speeds in the 50 to 60 kph band, and a final reading after idling for another minute. Do note the compact SUV AC test was conducted on a day of peak ambient temperature of 41.2 degrees. Results of this test should only be compared among vehicles tested on the same day. The Hyundai Venue started the test with an impressive 12.5 degrees centigrade drop in the first minute alone. Cooling remained strong over the drive with the lowest driver, rear and cabin temperatures. Props here to the Venue's vents that have a widespread and good cabin coverage. Interestingly, rear temperatures were consistently lower than those up front. Temperatures did creep up ever so slightly towards the latter part of the drive, and there was a bigger 4-degree jump by the end of the idling period from the drive time low. A dark matte paint shade and all-black interior isn't the ideal combo for an AC test, yet the Sonet with us in X-Line trim did well for itself. The Sonet's vertically oriented AC vents deliver a wide channel of cool air across the cabin. The Sonet doesn't cool quite as aggressively as the Venue, but performance in isolation remains very good. The cabin develops a distinctly chilled feel on the move, although the lowest drive time and final idle temperatures vary quite a bit. The XUV 3XO stands out as the only compact SUV with dual-zone climate control, but its cooling performance was slower than expected. This is reflected by the fact that the XUV 3XO's lowest vent temperature was the highest recorded in the test. The XUV's blower also doesn't feel particularly strong. While it eventually narrowed the gap to its rivals, it only really matched their cooling performance by the third driving interval. The Brezza's AC gets off to a slow start with only a modest drop in temperature during initial idling. While the blower is strong, airflow tends to be concentrated in a narrow channel. Cooling performance improves noticeably once on the move, with a substantial temperature drop during the first few minutes of driving. By the end of the drive, the Brezza had largely closed the gap to its rivals and was cooling at a comparable level. The Nexon comes equipped with an express cool function that maximizes cooling and even lowers the driver's window to quickly expel trapped heat. We didn't use the feature to stick to test protocol, but even so, the Tata impressed. It has the strongest blower which carries cool air effectively throughout the cabin. Temperatures continued to drop over the driving phase, and the Nexon also ended with the lowest final temperature in the test. First things first, the Kylaq performed noticeably better than the Kylaq did in last year's test, particularly in terms of initial cooling, which was a major weakness for its larger sibling. The Kylaq's blower is strong, though airflow is quite concentrated. The rear section of the cabin remained consistently cooler over the test, and overall cooling performance is fair. An upgraded compressor due later this year should improve the Kylaq's cool quotient. Representing both itself and its badge-engineered cousin, the Maruti Suzuki Fronx, the Toyota Taisor was the only car in this test not equipped with a sunroof, as neither model offers one on any variant. Its AC system delivered a good spread of airflow and impressed with a quick initial drop in temperature. Cooling performance remained consistent throughout the drive, maintaining comfortable cabin temperatures. Here's a look at all the data. To quickly recap, it was the Hyundai Venue with the largest temperature drop in the first minute of cooling and the lowest recorded front, rear and cabin temperatures. The Tata Nexon ran the Venue very close in first minute cooling performance and driver seat low temperature. The Tata did record the lowest temperature at the end of the test. The Mahindra XUV 3XO had the smallest drop in temperature in the first minute of cooling and ended with the highest temperature up front, while the Brezza ended with the highest rear temperature. Our AC test series continues, and in our next video the focus will be on new mid-sized SUVs. Stay tuned for that video, and in case you haven't already, please do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Autocar India and hit that bell icon to be notified every time we have a new video up. Thank you for watching.